Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking to you about the all fascinating, all interesting topic of elastics. If you can see, I kind of have mine in right now. The purpose of these elastics really is just to kind of move your bite in a really favorable position. So some people have overbites where their teeth rest like this, and there's a little bit of a gap between this. And there's some people who have underbites, and neither is the ideal position. Your teeth should rest somewhere like this. This is what I've been shown by my orthodontist, and I'll leave a link down below to a video by Greg Astrian who's going to show you kind of what a good bite looks like. So that's basically the achievement that we're trying to get with elastics. Now, there are several ways that orthodontists really handle your treatment to kind of figure out which formation they should put your rubber bands in to kind of get it. So for me, because I have an overbite, what they've done is they've connected my molar back here to my canine tooth up here. And what over time that will do is it will bring the bottom teeth forward and my top teeth backward, and will make my bite as where it should be. And they'll do this by giving you these rubber bands, right? There's several different brands. There's several different ways that a lot of companies have handled this. 3M has, I believe they have Chuck. They have another brand called Bummer. And these basically are different sizes. They have different strengths that they use to kind of achieve that effect that I just spoke about a minute earlier. And there's also, I know in the States and some other places, they have animals where they'll have fox, or they'll have elephant, and basically what you're trying to look at to kind of understand how strong of a rubber band is. You can kind of look at this number where it says, for me it's 1/4, 6 and 4 millimeter. And then you can also look at, they've kind of just labeled as a medium light. Now, how long should you really keep these in? My orthodontist has told me that within a 24-hour period, change it twice. And I found what works for me is that I change it in the nighttime after I brush my teeth, and in the morning after I wake up, so that there's always like constant tension in the place where it's supposed to be. So my teeth are, my jaw is always moving in the direction that it should be. Also, if you really think about it, the rubber bands, right? So while they are really strong, they're like made in an industrial fashion. There's only so much that they can do after which they kind of just, you know, aren't as taut. They're just kind of all over the place. So always change them twice a day and keep them on 24 hours a day. So how do you put them on, and where do you put them on? This is a really important question, and one that only your orthodontist can really answer for you. So once you're at the treatment, they will tell you how they want you to wear your elastics. Now, to achieve different results, the orthodontists do different things. There are some triangle-shaped rubber band formations. There's some rhombus-shaped ones, and there's also straight-line-shaped ones. And that's kind of what I have. And they'll in some way, shape, or form, they'll tell you, or they'll write it down for you in some sort of pamphlet, or maybe on the back of your case. They'll write down, this is what we want you to do. So for me, you can see that it's a canine to a molar rubber band formation. And that's what they want on both sides of my mouth. And so that's exactly what I do. And if you'll notice on your back, and I'll put a picture up, they all have these little hooks. Now, these hooks are where your rubber bands are going to go. So the first one for me, I go from my molar all the way to my canine. And that's how I put both of these on. You're going to have trouble during your first week or 2 weeks kind of figuring out how to put them on. They're slimy, they slip off, they kind of ricochet back and hit you in your mouth. But you got to get used to it, and it becomes really easy. There are also some tools that I'll link down below that you can kind of use. One is like this toothpick looking thing where you kind of hook on the rubber band onto one side, and then you can use that toothpick to put it on. This can be used in like sanitary conditions too. Let's say you're going out to eat with someone, and you want to put your rubber bands back on. You don't want to be reaching inside deep in your mouth while you're eating with someone, and put it back on, right? So you can use that. Some pro tips: keep these rubber bands everywhere. Doesn't matter what packet they give you, put it by your bed, put it by your bathroom, put it by your kitchen, put it by your workstation. I can't tell you how many times when I first started my treatment and had elastics, and I wouldn't have them on for 5-6 hours at a time because I was too lazy to go get them, or I'd just forgotten. But when they're right next to you, they're always accessible. They're right in front of your face, and you're never gonna forget. So you'll always be putting them on. And it's not gonna delay your treatment, and it's not gonna hurt you. Because if you do think about it, if you're putting these rubber bands on, they're moving your teeth in a certain position, and then you take them off for 5 6 hours at a time, and your teeth are shifting back, and then you put them on again, and they're shifting forward. So it's gonna cause you more pain. So it's better off just to have them on constantly, unless you're just eating, brushing, or flossing, something like that. So for pain management, what my ortho told me is that if, the pain should subside within 2 to 3 days, if not a week. And if it still doesn't, then I can switch around some cold water in my mouth, or I can take some Advil. And if it's really really bad, then she said to come see her again. But it should subside within the first week, as it's just kind of like getting your braces on or your braces tightened. It should only hurt for a few days, and it's very manageable for the most part. But if you guys have any other questions, comments, or like you guys want me to make a video about anything else, just drop a comment in my comment section